Hello top 11 managers around the world, welcome back to your channel Mamun Prefer Gaming Top 11. Mamun Prefer Gaming Top 11 is the only YouTube channel that always provide top 11 content, and I try to cover all the top 11's event. It's the last day of the season and we are about to regroup our team, we are about to rebuild our team and be hopeful for the next season. Guys, in this video I'm gonna show you what to do on the last day of the season, and of course I'm gonna show you the present season, today last day of the season, and what is the progress of the season, what I have done in this account. I have many accounts but I cannot show you all the accounts, but this is our official one, the official account of Mamun Prefer Gaming. So how was the season? I'm gonna show you a bit of my progress of this season, and later on I'm gonna actually discuss about the last day and what you should do on the last day. I'm gonna give a bit of tips as well. So as you can see, currently a league position after the last match, it is first place, and in the league it is first place. As you can see, I played 26 matches and I own 24 matches, 1 draw, 1 loss, and that loss and draw was in that situation. If you follow me, follow my channel regularly, you will know that I have used a different formation for experimenting that one. That was a very aggressive formation, and in that time I've lost a few matches, and not only that but also I drew few matches, and then later on I had to change the formation to my previous one. You have seen that for a long time I have been using these formation that I'm using currently. So let's start with the cup. As you can see, what a great win, a dominating win against Tandem FC in final, and it was super easy for me, to be very honest. Cup was the first title that I own in this season. And the road to Cup wasn't pretty easy. I had to play a couple of tough matches as well, tight matches as well. I'm gonna show you a long video of road to Cup final, or road to winning the Cup final, and also road to winning the league title, road to winning the Elite League final. I'm gonna show you in a one video, and in that video you are gonna watch these highlights of winning these titles. So that's gonna be probably live. I'm gonna show you on a live stream so that many people can join. Those people are not part of my channel yet. Alright, I'm gonna show you now Elite League final win. I have just owned the Elite League today in the morning. That was a odd time, very odd time. I never played matches, generally I never play matches in morning, like 7 a.m. and that was the yesterday's match. So I had to play yesterday's match today. That was 7 a.m. and I played that match and owned the match, and that was a very top match against the opponent who uses money. I have seen that he bought many play style boost, and of course he used just before the match, and generally he used boost in previous matches as well. You cannot use boost every matches if you are a free user. If I talk about myself, I save my playstyle points after using, of course, after using for upgrading the playstyle, and after leveling up the playstyle I keep some of the boost if it is available. I keep them just to boost my players in final or semi-final. So it depends on the opponent. If I face a very tough opponent in final, of course I keep for the final only. So I can only use in 1 match or 2 matches depending on the playstyle boost. Even I've seen some season that I do not get enough boost point, this playstyle point, and I couldn't use even in final. Like last season I couldn't use and I lost in Elite League final. So I have owned all the trophies except Elite League. I have lost the final last season. Only the final I've lost. That was the only loss in my elite league and entire season, and that was very pathetic. And the guy actually used on fire status to all of his player, and of course he had all players boosted. Now in this elite league final, I own easily. It wasn't really an easy win. It was very difficult, but I own it. I made it easy, and it was 3-1 win. But if you see that in the elite league, I was 15. Can you believe it? I was in the 15 and I had to play, guys. I had to play playoff. And from the number 15 ranked team to the number 1 team, it is very difficult. So this journey was possible as soon as I stop experimenting. You know that sometimes I do lose because of experimenting different sort of formation, different sort of tactic, different sort of things that I need to apply just to do experiment and find different things. I try to find a solution for you, so I had to experiment a lot, and sometimes I also lost because of these. Anyway, so it was the present situation. I own all the tournaments except the Ultimate Cup, which I'm gonna play today afternoon. Maybe I can show you live matches, hopefully. Now I'm going to talk about today, the last day, what are you going to do? So some tips that I'm going to share as usual I do on the last day. So as you can see, the first thing I always say, which is to sell players. Of course, you're not going to sell your key players. You're not going to sell your main players or the player you built, So what I do generally these days, I do not sell all the main players, 11 players, but this season I will have to sell my goalkeeper and I will have to sell my MC because I have a planned player for that sort of position, and I also created player in youth academy to replace those players. That's the reason why I'm gonna sell them. I'm not gonna keep them in my bench. You know all about why I do this, just to minimize my percentage. Your team's overall percentage, or you can say quality, determined by only 14 players, the top 14 players. It's not by all the players. So you are going to keep your players. If you have all 11 players that you're going to retain, then retain 11 players, the top 11 players, and keep all other players 1%. And that will actually reduce your overall percentage because 3 of your players 1%. Other top players, 11 players, they are bigger, and only 3 players that will be calculated more, but all the players that you have, they are 1%. And that will make your team more smaller overall percentage. Yes, you're not gonna get teams those are weaker because of this. No more. It was before we used to get weaker opponents by doing this, but now you're gonna do this just to get weaker opponents in events. There are some great events like you earn 60 tokens. You know that you just need to play 8 matches, then you're gonna earn 60 tokens. There are also different sort of events that will help you to win tokens, so you're gonna get benefit of these in those sort of events. So you'll have to watch this video. As you can see, I am gonna recommend this video. This video will really help you guys. This video will really help you to understand why you should have 1% player in your team, and not only that, but also how you should create 1% player very easily. That's what I explained in this video. So I'm not gonna go for that brief discussion in this video because it's not that the topic I'm discussing. Today I'm gonna talk about only the last day's tips. I'm not gonna go for another discussion, so you'll have to watch that video by your own. I will put the link in the description, and of course I will put the link in my comment section as well, and I will pin that, and of course you can also search these in my channel. So now, as you can see, I'm showing you youth academy. Of course, on the last day, you will have to focus on youth academy if you have tokens, enough tokens. But if you do not have enough tokens, you will have to focus on buying cheap player after the season start. When the season will start on the first day, second day, you can purchase a player from auction, and in auction you can have maybe possibly, if you are lucky, you can have some cheap players. But try to buy players who is having play style and special ability. If not special ability, of course try to have play style. And don't forget to check the age. Always buy players who are 18 to 21 years old. And once you buy a player who is 18 to 21 years old and having play style, he will grow very quickly and he will do well in future. And if you have rest, first of all, I should talk about these. If you have rest, I mean, let's say you have 500 wrist, 600 wrist. If you have more than that wrist, I mean, if you have wrist packs a lot, then you can focus on creating that player further. I mean, if you have that player from the transfer market, I mean auction, then later on you use wrist and train that player, and then make the player more bigger and bigger. So you have option steal from transfer market as well, not only youth academy. Of course, I always recommend, guys, to create a player in the penalty clash, but there is no penalty clash this season, and it's going to be maybe next season. I mean, this new season you are going to have penalty clash. So as I said, if you have enough token to create player in youth academy, create player in youth academy. But if you want to create the player mutant ability wise, then create the player using rest pack and next season. And of course, as usual, I always say you to save these team play drills. Team play drills can be game changer. Like in this season, I didn't have enough resources in other section like playstyle boost. I didn't have enough playstyle boost, and I also didn't have a lot of attribute that I couldn't really use on my big players. But now in this season, what I have done, I had some drills, and I had some good drills and I used them, and I reached to 78 team play form. Although I could go to 80, but I didn't do that because I thought this is enough. So 78 team play form that helped me to win the final. So please try to save these drills. Do not use them unnecessarily. Of course, today, if you think that this is the last day of the season, you should use them, don't do this. You don't need to use these drills unnecessarily. If you play against bigger team in your particular tournaments, then you can go for it. But otherwise, do not use them. And if you're new, and also if you are very afraid to keep them, if you think that you are going to lose them if you keep them for next season, don't be afraid. These are gonna be with you. I mean, these are gonna stay in your inventory of drills, so you can use them in the next season. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I do always appreciate you guys for watching my video. And please subscribe this channel so that I get inspiration to make more quality videos for you.